and never get tired of seeing what the property has to offer. Make a weekend out of it by staying at the Lead Lodge and enhance your stay with their special packages that include luxurious treatment. Learn more or book your adventure today online at arbordayfarm.org. Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Diode Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diode Tech online at diodetech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. It's been a busy day in sports. A lot has happened while you were up to your eyeballs in work. Catch up on what went down in Nebraska athletics, college sports, and your favorite pro sports leagues. This is Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket. Sponsored by Canopy Street Market. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arens and Derek Pearson.
It's 10:01, Lincoln, Nebraska. Harrison Arens.
You know where your kids are? That's not it either. It's not it. That's too aggressive.
Where are your kids?
Yeah, that's what I kind of heard in my head too.
Where are your kids?
People are like, I don't know, not near you. I hope not.
Where are your kids? That's funny.
They just stop giving me that line.
That is so funny. No, we're gonna keep trying till you find some lane with it. That's pretty funny though.
It's what you get for being the youngest. I don't have any experience with babies or any of that stuff.
Where your kids? 402-464-5685. The insanity that is. Feel free to text in. Let us know you're out there. If there's something on your mind, if you have questions, and I think this should be purely a question and answer 2 hours. I will allow Harrison Arens to ask me any question he wants over the next 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I was going to do kind of a recap of the weekend, but it's been such an exceptionally busy weekend. I don't know how to give any of it the proper amount of respect that it's due.
I've been trying to, and I hope I haven't missed anybody yet. But like you get
right
33-3 over Army and everything involved in that event. Husker women's basketball coming off hot start. Nebraska men's basketball, they both get wins over the weekend as well. Volleyball is still yet to lose a set to a Big Ten team. I think they have 40 plus at this point now of straight set wins.
Right.
Husker bowling did struggle a little bit. They got 7th place down there in Texas. Julian Martineau, really strong performance from her. And they're mixing up the lineup, trying to figure out what they want to do. And you got high school volleyball sports like that are all we're getting ready for some more playoff games here. And I know Nick Sainerd's probably getting the honey ready for his vocal cords that he's going to have to be calling a lot of ball games with the help of Jay Foreman and Austin Norman. But
well, if he's trying to do it all by himself, I mean, we've got a whole staff of people that he can rely
Nick, he doesn't want to share.
Then you get listen, you get what you get. He had the opportunity to ask for help. You don't want to ask for help. You don't want to ask. He wants ownership. And I'm fine with that.
Hey, he does a good job. I will give him that.
Oh no, it's a great call.
Phenomenal calls on there.
If he wasn't good, I certainly wouldn't allow him to
do the whole thing.
I certainly would not allow that to happen, as it were. You can follow on all the video streams. Of course, we're waiting for the finish of Eagles Packers.
Low scoring.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they scored until the second half, did they? I was tracking the score.
Yeah, it was 0-0 at halftime, field goal, then a touchdown, and then now the Packers have scored, so it's now 10-7. It was just kind of the back and forth. This is a NFC Final Four, maybe. I know Detroit fans would get upset if you call it, a championship preview, but If it happened, nobody would really be surprised. Shout out to Brant Banks being a part of the Packers.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Shout out Mr. Banks.
And Cam Jurgens, he had an injury earlier tonight. Went off the field. I think he's back on the field and in the game. Good. I will check again. But you're at the 2-minute mark, fourth quarter, 10-7. IGGLES Eagles.
First and 10. They just need to get some first downs here. How many timeouts do the Packers have?
I can't see it because they're at a commercial.
Okay.
But I will have it up and keep my eyes on it. Lots in Major League Baseball.
There's that world.
There's a lot in UFC.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
NBA.
Jeez.
NHL. I need to get more eyes on NHL because there's some craziness going on there as well.
Oh, 100%. 100% not excluded from everything that's going on in the other sports. And then the question becomes, okay, please, college football, please don't. But that's usually where it starts.
Mm-hmm.
That if that sort of access sort of happens with betting and gambling and that sort of thing, it usually finds its way to college.
Well, especially when the NCAA is like, go for it. You are now legal to do it. Not only do we not say we're against it, we're giving you the green card to go ahead and participate.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Me and Caleb Smith were talking about that just off air about like how because he's a man of like do what you will, it's your business. But he was trying to figure out like what's the reasoning behind the NCAA thinking this is a good thing.
Free will is different than not being accountable or responsible for standard. Like there is always consequence to free will,
mm-hmm.
right? I mean, it's kind of a thing that free will is you can say what you want, but there is a consequence to what you say and who you say it to. There are protections in place for it, and people like say America freedom. No, that's not what it means. What that means is America is profoundly boundaried by what your freedoms are and how they are to be used.
Mm-hmm.
There is a protective manner or fashion to those boundaries. And those freedoms only come when you are respectful to everybody else's freedom. You can, if you want respect for your freedom, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of work, all those things, then you must give those freedoms to everybody. They cannot be just for thee. They have to be for we. And that is where some people miss the boat. College football, college sports. If you make it about, I kept saying that if at the top of your pyramid is money, then that will be the major blind spot and flaw that you have, is exposure to money. Mm-hmm. Whatever you make it. If you tell me that collegiate athletics is collegiate first, then the responsibility is that you can only have the best team that your academic standard will allow you to have. Think Ivy League. That if we aren't going to give full money, cash for athletics because we hold our academic standard too high, there are programs like BYU UVA with codes in place that will say we're going to be elite on the athletic field, but the standard has to be academics first. And there's a code that you must follow. As a matter of fact, you will hold each other accountable for that. And so the schools can then sit with the highbrow and on the pedestal because they're working from a standard. The moment the leaders remove those standards and say, well, quite frankly, the priority isn't academics, it's sports and the business of sports and the money of sports.
That's what, this always strikes out to me is like, there is no world where it makes sense unless it's money. And that's where it feels like this decision was derived from. We
know this about us, right?
Yeah.
We know this about humanity is that the major flaw in all of these things is money.
Yeah.
That if it doesn't make sense from a logical standpoint, a good standpoint, a boundaried standpoint, a safety standpoint, it's money. Mm-hmm. The answer is well, that's weird. Money is the answer. It's just like in bad decisions as an adult. The answer often is tequila. And you go, man, that's weird. Tequila. Mm-hmm. That's probably a fair answer to explanation of all of it. Yeah. Woke up in a bush with one shoe on. Tequila. Well, in sports, if it doesn't make sense, and there's an unnatural movement in athletics, we know natural movement. We know what it looks like. We know what linemen look like when they're blocking by tradition and rule. We know when defensive backs are covering in natural movement. It's when it becomes unnatural, a jerk, a pull, somebody falls, somebody's pushed. The unnatural movement draws your eyes. And that's the thing to say. Well, listen, quite frankly, it's because when you're doing what you should do, it looks the way it should look. It's only when it doesn't look the way it should look and you don't have an answer for it. Well, that guy just fell right in that street. Well, what money? That's probably the answer.
Well, and even the most basic of circumstances, like without even talking about the targeting rules and all that, but like what happens when somebody targets? Improper like fundamentals there.
You broke down.
Yeah, nobody ever practiced the target.
You broke down.
Yeah, so you made an error on your breakdown or wherever that was to get that tackle.
Well, what's taught?
Exactly.
What's coached and what's allowed. Then the rule, there's a freedom of what's coached and allowed until it applies or contradicts a rule. And then the rule overrides. The rule overrides everything, right? That's why the boundary is set. You are free to get somebody to the ground until they say, you know what, no more hip drop tackles. Mm-hmm. It's not safe. It's not safe. Why is it not safe? Because it takes talented people off the field. And you don't have them to sell anymore. Those are skill position players who are ending up on the sideline in crutches because you sunk your hips and you fell and landed on the back of their leg or pulled them and popped a meniscus or something. And they said, quite frankly, we can't have that. Okay, Spearing, we can't have that. You know why? It was sexy for a minute until they realized that people showed up on Sunday to see those quarterbacks, and I don't need them slammed on their head, and I don't need their heads taken off by the crown of a helmet. Lynn Swann, we don't need Lynn Swann and Jack Tatum anymore. We don't need those things. We don't need Sammy White going across the middle and Jack Tatum knocking his helmet off. It makes for a great highlight film, but it takes two of the best players off the field because Tatum has to now go sit in a corner and Sammy White has to go out, find his helmet, and then go chill. And so then you say, well, quite frankly, nobody wants to see the third and fourth team players.
And also moral responsibility. The more we learned about CTE of like,
Well, we ignored CTE for decades.
Exactly. But you as an employer have to have some sort of regards for your employees of we take care of you guys.
Well, but see, that's where America has problem is that we keep trusting for the people who are positions to write the checks to have moral standards.
It just had to get bad enough for them to move their finger is the problem with it.
Well, no, it requires that sometimes the group, the talent itself says, this is not good for us. And so we're going to make sure it's not good for you. That's why unions fall into play. This is where unions would let children work if there are businesses that would let children work if it wasn't for unions. That you would have unsafe working condition, that you would have all of those things in play, the particulars of why you do what you do, the number of hours required. I can't ask you to work 8 hours a week and not pay you for 45. That's not, you know why? Because we figured out that's not good business. It's not a moral thing to do. But it's because they set rules in place because they realize and recognize that, well, that's a really terrible thing to do to people. And so finally it happens. But people with money don't often work from a moral high ground. They work from a profit as a high ground. That's why I keep saying, ask people what their priority is. The very first day I got here, I wanted to know what Nebraska's top priority was going to be. What is it in sports? Is it winning? Is it student athlete experience? Is it fan experience?
What was it for you at your stops, and did it change depending on the stop?
Generally, it was my job to change whatever that priority was in the new school that I was going to. That's literally why I was brought into most of those.
But did you have a set direction every time, or did it
Absolutely
change depending on the circumstance?
Well, it depends on what they needed. In some cases, so when I went to Woodson with Barry Thompson, what I knew that was necessary was a removal of stress by removing chaos. That's what was there. It was a high academic program, but the expectation was for everybody to work at the same level of academic excellence when you had not given them the program to do so. And then if I said to you that it was important as an educator, then as a coach, I have to honor that too. So I would often say, if I can get you to agree to do these basic things simply often in academics, I can also get you to do those things athletically. I coach, and if you go back 17 years, that I win 78% of my games played. I also produce scholar athletes at a 3.5 GPA or higher at the very same 78%. That's no coincidence that your ability to get people to work from a higher standard of how they carry themselves. Just remove distraction, remove fear, remove not knowing what your responsibilities were, being accountable to your teammate, being accountable to your family, being accountable to your community, and then being accountable to yourself. And those things where if you can't look to the person next to you academically and say, I'm doing the same amount of work they're doing or more, right? They're going to be proud of the work I'm doing. If I put my hand in this turf, or if I slap the floor in basketball, am I working at the same North Star level and standard as the person next to me, right? Or the person behind me? Because if the person behind me is outworking me, he's not going to be behind me for long.
Yeah, you'll be looking at his back pretty soon.
Right. So the standard is always the standard. People get in trouble. Like here, I will say there are things that I require of people who work here.
But they're consistent.
Right.
And it makes a huge difference, because if you were inconsistent DP, I would just rub you off. Just be like, you're going to change your mind tomorrow. We're going to have a new goal and direction.
Here's what I say to people in that space, that the moment somebody here can tell me they've been in this business 40 years, then they can question what I asked them to do. If you haven't built what I built, done what I've done in the 40 years, quite frankly, you're here to learn. You're here to learn. And there's some benefit to you being here.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal.
Right? So
especially at a young person.
Right. Come and learn.
I'm not ready to go run a radio station in a brand new city.
Right. We tell people, right. So then it becomes, what content can you create? What conversations can you have? What work can you do? And are you being an added value to the community that you're in? Like, what thing are you adding to? And you want conversations, you want to include people in, you want to invite them in, you want it to be representative of them, right? And then to give them voice, because that's why we have a text line.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we read the text and we read the comments, because we're having conversation. We're not just talking at you. We're having conversations with each other and then inviting them in to be a part of it in the club. That's why I open. If you would like to be a part of the conversation, you can be. And that's on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
That's on purpose. And then to give local voices to the businesses and to let those local business owners and leaders share their story.
Also for the fans to get to hear their favorite player and also text in, like we just had with All In, like people were hyped for Caleb Smith for obvious reasons. He gets first place, 3 matches, wins first international one as well. And, people, and not even questions, but just want to say, let's, bleep and go or congrats. But even just that part of for
to know what he's
fan base that is Nebraska,
to know what he's gone through,
mm-hmm.
to know who he is, to know what he works from, what his faith base is, what his belief system is. It's not easy. It's not easy for him to have the success he's had. As a matter of fact, we don't know many people who's had this success that he, like a multi-time All-American in any Power 4 sport, right?
Mm-hmm.
We
On
don't
top
know
of everything he had to overcome.
Right. That, wait a minute, your heart said it was, when you were born, they said your heart wasn't enough.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's the thing. It is the thing.
You joined into wrestling late. You'll never get to that level. You start your first year, I think he said he only won like 5. Then he broke tons of records at the high school he was at, where they told some of the guys, not the coaches obviously, but told him like, you won't be able to do X, Y, and Z. And now he's at a blue blood program here in Nebraska.
You know who says you can't do a thing? It's literally the conversation that Caleb and I were having in the back. You know who says you can't do a thing? People who've never done it.
Yep.
Literally the wrong people to listen to. They're the wrong people to listen to.
It's this business right here.
Yeah.
It is one that a lot of people will tell you, do not go and do that. And some of those people, they're telling you the right advice because they see it that you don't actually want to do all the hard work that requires in it and put in the years of sacrifice. And those people that are telling you that are right. But if you're the person that knows, like, hey, man, I'm willing to put in hours, grind, do the worst part. I don't care. I just want to get my shot. That's like the Caleb Smith. That's, people in those careers, like, if they're going to be great, that's what it takes. I mean, it takes unrelentless drive and just pure trust in yourself and not listening to everybody around you that's saying you can't do it.
There are no metrics for me living in Lincoln, Nebraska. There's none.
Mm-hmm.
There's no metrics for me doing radio in Lincoln, Nebraska. There's no metrics for me owning a radio station in Lincoln, Nebraska. There's no metric for me doing TEDs or writing books. Or Thursday, I'm going to get on the bus with Nebraska Wrestling, the number 2 wrestling program in the country. And I'm going to travel with them and document the national duels. If we had said that out loud 4 years ago, what are you talking about?
We're actually covering Husker wrestling?
Like, what are you talking
about? Be like
bowling?
Yeah.
Swimming, diving.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really? What?
Well, especially for some of these programs that have been so good. And it's like, we're not covering those.
Well, when I suggested that we start doing Husker basketball postgame shows. Why? What? Because it deserves it. We deserve it. As a matter of fact, the 18,000, the 15,000, the 12,000, whatever the number is, the 10,000, the 8,000, whatever the number of Husker fans who pay money to go and watch that and then get in the car, why would they not want to hear about it or talk about it?
Well, it's just that you see the people that go to PBA, even with some bad Nebraska basketball teams. You think they go there because they can't stand listening or watching Husker basketball? Like, clearly they care about it.
They care about it. They pay money for it. They make time. They would make the drive from different parts of the state in the snow in 0 degrees to go hang out. So why would you not? And for football, why would we not do? Well, we're going to do 90 minutes. Why would you only do 90 minutes?
Yeah, we just set the attendance record for UCLA.
Why would you not follow volleyball? Why would you not put those folks on air? So The reality is the Packers were trying a 64-yarder to tie. He missed it. Well, so they called timeout as he was going through his backswing, and he missed it short by 2 yards.
I like that.
And then they reloaded, did it again, and this time he shanked it.
Yeah. He probably had you go short on that first one, you probably put an extra muscle on that next one, and probably led to the shank.
Well, it's a little cold.
That's a bomb too. I mean, that is a bomb of a
It's a little. It's extremely. It looks extremely cold because everybody's wearing the face mask, the mask under the helmet.
Well, it's cold all over the country. Raf's down there in Alabama. I didn't realize it. The high today, he said down there was like maybe 32.
Sir, it was 84 this morning in Los Angeles when I went to the airport.
In DP, I did look at the weather.
Yeah.
Don't leave again.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we're back in the 60s and 70s.
I said I would bring some. I understood. I understood to bring some with it. But yeah, that's part of the deal. Is that quite frankly, you gotta you gotta enjoy.
Oh, bear down. That's the bear down guy.
Yeah,
I don't know where he's here every night.
Yeah. Look, he's looking out for you. He's letting you know you're not alone.
Hey,
he's letting you know you're not alone. It was so to see all the Husker faithful. And they were in various states of dress. So you had some in shorts and it was even Saturday night. It was still shorts weather.
Yeah, it's kind of conflicting as a Midwesterner when you head out to those occasions. Because you're like, am I going to be like sweating because I'm just not used to it? Do I wear a tank top?
I literally dressed for the warmth. I was good.
But you're a veteran. You're a travel man.
Yeah.
You're not the basic Midwesterner who's the first time out there in California. Like, how many pairs of denim?
Yeah. There were some folks out there. There were some lessons learned too.
Okay, good. I teased this on one of the hours. Like maybe DP will tell us about what he saw at the Rose Bowl.
There's so much to talk about in this weekend. Again, if I started with Friday night and the match, the meet against Army, and all of the stars who were in the building, and where that is, we need to cut the clip with me and Larry, the cable guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We need to cut that from that and share it. And then Jordan Burrow was there. Of course, Bud Crawford was there,
breaking out the black mat.
Yeah,
that was sick.
Yeah,
DP. And I was telling this to Caleb Smith. It's you look around and there's a lot of places that had Husker wrestling on their TV. It's getting to that point to where
even around the country.
Oh yeah, it's
there are people that were
thing.
mad that it was only on Big Ten Plus.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Oh, didn't understand it. Like didn't understand it. Can't speak for it. But then there are opportunities, and of course, then I took off there and went to Los Angeles.
Travel workout, okay.
Got to Pasadena. It's a little wonky.
Yeah,
a little wonky. Little uncomfortable. Little uncertain.
Yeah.
A little cancelous. A little delayish. It was a bunch. And then you go from here. Traffic in Lincoln, Nebraska compared to traffic in Los Angeles is a different beast altogether.
I'll admit it. I think I'd be scared to drive in California. That's a lot going on. I would need some time like driving around in a park. Well, not even park. I need a good direction guy near me if I'm going to be driving through that traffic.
The last time I was in LA, I was with Becky. We went to American Idol. We went to the American Idol semifinals or something.
Mm-hmm.
And we got in one of those self-driving cars.
That makes me feel kind of uneasy too.
Listen, I felt they weren't going to be distracted.
Yeah.
They weren't going to be on their phone.
That's true.
Like they weren't going to be talking to the people behind them. Like it wasn't that kind of deal. It has pretty good sight lines and it has a pretty good read. The same programming that you have in your car that would tell you if you're too close to somebody.
You got the sensors on
backing
there.
up, so the sensors are high level. We took a couple of them in Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, no problem. Other than the only problem is just like with any other GPS or Uber situation where you're being picked up. Sometimes the pickup point is not where you are.
Ooh, yeah.
And sometimes, so literally, it dropped us off at a dead end in an alley across from the hotel.
American Idol. Here we are.
Which was but it was the safest place to drop us off near that hotel.
Okay.
So it was across the street in an alley. Wasn't really an alley. It was just a dead end, but still, like it was like we're not at the hotel, and you have nobody to talk to and tell, hey, bro, that's not where but never mind. We'll just get out and say thank you. But in LA, if it works in LA, I would imagine it works in Lincoln. Nebraska.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
right?
if I can deal with the LA traffic.
Right. So, but we'll talk about Friday night. We'll talk about Saturday night. We'll talk about Sunday night. Last night was fun. Hanging out. I got to meet Troy Polamalu. Got to hang out with Snoop for a little bit. Got to hang out with some. So they had a bunch of the Charger greats. Dan Fouts was in the building. They had some folks there, and then some of the Steelers greats were in the building as well. Folks who are from USC, UCLA, those ties. Those folks were all over the place. And then today was eventful. Today was eventful. Trying to get back to Lincoln and all the stories. And then we'll check up on all the sports stories. The NBA had a full night tonight. We'll talk a little bit about basketball and what's happening along the way. And then the calendar for the week is pretty strong. So we got lots going on for the Huskers athletically this week. We'll talk about all of that when we come back to Live Late.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches, too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Krikak of State Farm Insurance.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. From now through the end of November, Ferndale fresh turkeys are just $3.99 per pound and in limited stock, perfect for your holiday meals. Plus, you can stop by for lunch on Fired Up Thursday at the Mercado East or Fired Up Friday at the Mercado North. With locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha, get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Sorecha's Place Convenience Store and Bichi's Best Restaurant in Lincoln salute our emergency first responders, law enforcement, firefighters, and paramedics for their professionalism, commitment, and bravery. These men and women put their lives on the line for us with little or no thanks. First responders deserve our admiration, so thank them for everything they do for us. This from Sorecha's Place Convenience Store and Bichi's Best Restaurant in Lincoln, serving the best Indian soup and rice every day inside the convenience store.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Back to Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arens and Derek Pearson.
Welcome back in. We will not talk about what we're talking about off there.
That's so funny. It is late night. It's 10:33. We can talk about
check yourself on what you're subscribing to. I'll say that much. There's some things that are worth it and some things that, come on.
Like, it is the thing that you just tell people, just clear your history, bro. What are you doing? Like, you're sharing, if you're going to share your screen, you're going to share your computer with people, just make sure that you don't have any open browsers that would just...
Wait, man, never heard of incognito?
Bro.
There's a reason.
There's a reason. There's a reason. Interesting times. It was Friday night, Devaney Center, Nebraska versus Army. Of course, that was our first post-match show. And I think as folks start to really kind of gather, and it's happened with volleyball as well, where folks have started to recognize and realize that we're there to hang out with.
Weekly.
Right? That you can just hang out with. And then tomorrow night, of course, men's basketball, women's basketball back to back.
And they get Creighton. Well, they got women's on Wednesday, men's on Tuesday.
Yeah. And we're gonna I think we had a suite for Creighton. We're inviting business partners where Jake is.
Oh, that'd be a good one to go to.
Yeah, Creighton, 8:00 tip off. So
yeah, 8:00. Men's 7:00.
So then we would imagine that post game for men's tomorrow will be 9:00 sometime with Raf, have Austin call in. And then 10:00 Wednesday after the women. And then Friday night with volleyball. We'll have a full Saturday of college football. I may do a duels recap from Tulsa.
That'd be good. There's going to be some.
Saturday and Sunday.
Nebraska's the 2 seed. I was
2
the 1.
seed. I was the 1.
Yep.
2. Ohio State's 3. I want to think.
And I think we get Lehigh to kick things off, and then we'll see how it plays out from there.
Yeah, and Lehigh may be the tougher. The first round may be tougher than the second round, depending on matchups and how it plays out. But it was a good week for Husker wrestling, and of course the debut of AJ Ferrari. Looking at some of the other lightweights, get it going. Silas Allred making a statement pen to start off his campaign. Of course, Cam McDaniel with a big win.
Hardy doing what you'd expect.
Well, and LJR Arugio, his international resume is pretty fantastic. So to see him on the collegiate level get it done. And they have some folks on the back end who will be available second semester, which this lineup may look a little different as well. But Christopher Mento, Antrell Taylor, of course, Brock Hardy started it with the tech fall. It was a great party. And to watch the 70+ wrestling alumni in the building was fun. It was fun being in the building. And, of course, had Bud Crawford walk them out in the tunnel walk. That was exceptional to be a part of. Jordan Burrow, who was a great ambassador to come hang out and share knowledge and share love for Coach Manning and that crew.
Always amazed me how humble. I haven't got to meet him, luckily, in person, Jordan Burroughs, but
Well,
you got a man that could just really do damage to anybody he wants, and he might be the nicest, most humble guy you'll meet.
Well, we talked
incredible.
about some of the lessons that he would share, and so I'm working on that. I'm working on
That'd be
having,
awesome.
I'm working on having a Jordan Burrow classroom.
That'd be good because I understand. I can understand why he's been a tough guy to get because he's so busy, especially when he was in the peak of his career with all the world titles, all the Olympics. Like,
well, I told him he could do it from wherever he is, which
Oh,
certainly being able to stream certainly makes a difference.
yeah. Well, now we have a venue for it.
Yeah,
We're not.
no.
I don't know if you'd invite him to the old studio.
No. Wow, that is so tough.
It feels like we've been down here for 20 years.
That's so tough. But remember, I mean,
I told Rebecca this, because now that
Ooh.
we're out of it, and I was like, I wouldn't even invite my parents.
Right, like it's funny too, right? That I had friends who came through, and you bring them there, and it's still, I mean, sports radio.
Yeah, I mean, I say that I would obviously do it,
But it's not
to
this.
see the upgrade of like.
It's not this.
Now I do sports radio. Before I did sports radio.
Yeah, capital letters.
Mhm.
Like it was a real thing. Like we can come here and have a meal and coffee and sit and sunlight and
wave to people. There's humans outside.
see people and all sorts of
And
things.
I'd have a weed shop above you.
Yeah,
That was the kind of
that
final
was-
straw.
Well, I mean,
when I had athletes,
not like the
texting me-
daycare. Not like the daycare was outside.
But the
with
one spot
screaming-
was like, I had so many texts from athletes being like, dude, you gave me an address to a weed shop. I'm not in the right spot. I'm like, yeah, you got to go. We're below
You really
the
are
weed.
in the right place.
Yeah.
You really, I promise you're in the right place.
When I say weed, obviously not. I don't know what they call it now, but the fake stuff. Obviously, I'm not saying there was illegal operations running above our business. It was legal, just whatever you call it.
Legal weed is okay.
Yeah,
it's
legal
okay
weed.
for you to say legal weed.
Just had to make a correction. I was like, people
You know.
didn't think we had illegal operations
Well-
running above us.
Well, we did.
Oh,
Like we, fair enough, right? Right. There was a pet shop. There was a snake shop or something.
There's a snake shop there?
Yeah, there was also.
I'll be honest, DP, that's a street. I didn't necessarily go to all the businesses that were on the same street.
No, sir.
The Target was nice.
No, sir. The Target was beneficial, but that was it. And you had to run across the highway to get to it.
Yep, and
Like-
it was not a highway with the stoplight for
No,
you to
it was
hit
not.
the button and wait for traffic.
It was not. It was not safe. It was not safe at all. But times have changed, and being able to share this with folks, and then that was the thing, is to have people stop and go, "Well, you guys are doing radio,
Mhm.
like you're doing a post." Yeah, oh, okay, very cool. And it is validation, reaffirming
Yeah, it's
that
fun.
wrestling matters. The next thing is women's basketball, and then to ask the question, would it be worth it? Like, do folks want us to do women's basketball post game? Do you want us to do women's softball post game? Do you want us to do baseball post game? I was talking to Lance Harvell, and it was, what are the thoughts? He's like, well, I would love to have you guys, do a post game show from Haymarket, where we can just bring players, up the concourse and just sit and talk about the game that just played and give people a chance to cheer and hang out. And it would be, I was like, listen to you go.
You get it.
Yeah. Hey, how about that?
You're seeing the vision.
How about that? So there's always those things in play. And then, of course, taking off to Pasadena. It's so funny, too, because wrestling, we didn't get out until late.
Mhm.
And then I had to go home and pack. And I trying to make sure I got to Pasadena on time. And I thought I was going to go later because it was a night game.
Mhm.
But then in the middle of the night, I went through an anxiety attack because it was like, oh, did I factor in California time? Right?
Nothing better than anxiety. At
Right?
midnight or
Like
2
when
in
you're
the
half
morning.
asleep, like
Mhm.
half asleep going, okay, I factored in some of this, but what if I need to be there early? Like, what if I need to be there? I got there early, exceptional staff. It is not the easiest place to deal with in trying to get in because
That's what I realized. I didn't realize with Wrath, like that is the biggest problem with the Rose Bowl. It's not, you can say outdated, but not by much. It's the getting to the Rose Bowl.
getting to the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
And so I took an Uber, but they only let you get so close.
Okay, so that is a real thing.
Right. So it takes you a minute to walk up and around, and then you're kind of stuck. Like if you don't know the direct path to go where you're going, there's a way to get to where you need to get to. One, to get credential, because that's one building all the way over at, let's just say, box gate 2.
Okay.
But in order to get to gate 2, you would think you go to gate 1 and then cross over. But if you go to gate 1, you're kind of locked in for like 45 minutes because that's where they do their team walk into the stadium. So the band and cheerleaders, and you can't go. So then you're like, okay, I'll go all the way around to like 16, 15.
Right. And
But when you go that way, that's where the Husker team buses come in. And that's blocked off too. So you really, if you're not where you need to be before the teams arrive, you're not getting anywhere until after the teams are in the building. And it's not set up for you to go. Literally, the press parking lot is F. But you have to get all the way to B to get your credential and then go back to F to get back in. But you can't cross either way in either direction.
Oh, before the teams get there.
Right. So there are some angry press people.
I can imagine.
And some righteousness. Like, this is terrible. Like, how this is a Rose Bowl. Can't even imagine doing like the actual Rose Bowl. I did get to stop by. There is a full office for the Rose Bowl.
Oh, I imagine.
There's like a Rose Bowl parade office. And you're on Orange Grove, I think is the name of the road. And you can tell that the guy was like, yeah, you can tell it's November because they've already put up the bleachers for the Rose Bowl parade.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have these bleachers that they put up, and they're up. They put them up like this weekend to where when the whole place where the whoever's in charge, the honorary parade person, whatever it's called, and he's there, and that's where they sit, and then they have crowds, and this is where the big parades go, big floats go by, and all that. You get to see that, and up and down the road. And it took me almost 2 hours to get from Pasadena to LAX. It would have made way more sense for me to go in the other direction, go to Orange County. It would have made so much more sense. But you don't know that unless you know that, right?
Yeah.
But 2 hours, and then of course with all of the traffic issues, and then all the TSA issues because they're shorthanded, and so anytime you go to the airport, it's going to take you longer to get through to TSA, and it did.
Mm-hmm.
I gave myself an additional 2.5 hours. I made the flight by 20 minutes.
Holy smokes. Good thing your anxiety kicked in.
Bruh,
your
right?
anxiety knew something. You did.
Right.
Did the math.
Right. So, yeah, it was there. I will tell you a story from Rose Bowl, from Saturday night. It was exceptional to watch.
Was it the fight card?
Yeah. And then last night at SoFi, which different planet, not the same football universe. Rose Bowl and SoFi, nope, not the same.
And do you think UCLA will ever move in?
They really should,
because there's a lot of talks about them moving.
They really should. They should buy out Rose Bowl, and because you're not filling it.
Well, they're not filling it, and be back to Raph pointing this up. I didn't realize how bad it was. The transportation just for the fans to get in and out of that place is a nightmare.
It is brutal.
Yeah,
getting out. And I stayed at a hotel that was 90% Husker fans. Ran into a lot of ticket listeners as well. So there was a lot to be said for it. SoFi has its own issue, but it's just newer and nicer.
And if you're UCLA, way closer, right? Or do I got that wrong?
Yeah, I mean it's the thing, and immediately I went in my head trying to think of what it's going to be like going to Pollard Pavilion for basketball. Right. So there's a bunch of stuff. I did pop by the UCLA bookstore and use my ID to get some goodies.
Of course you did.
They told me some 30 years ago that I was an honorary Bruin for life, and they gave me a card and said, we're going to put you in the system, and anytime you give this number,
and
they will not charge you. And in 2025, that number still works.
I wonder if the same people who gave you that card still work there.
No, because this was Jim Herrick and the athletic director back at the time. Jim Herrick, when they won with Ed O'Bannon, Charles O'Bannon, Toby Bailey, those guys.
So you got like a free pass for life.
Tyus Edney. They said for life because I hooked them up in DC.
Okay.
I hooked them when they won
so
the national,
well learned.
when they won the national title and came. I had gone over and above to take care of their alumni that year. And then when they won the national title, we put on the greatest party ever. And then when they came to the White House, my hotel dressed up the entire hotel in UCLA colors. We had every banner from every championship banner from back in the 60s, 70s, 80s. And then I took them to Georgetown. I took the team. I was their chaperone for 2 nights. Yeah. Yeah.
What was the best thing you got from the bookstore?
This time?
Yeah.
A Bill Walton jersey.
I knew it. It's a good one to grab.
Bill Walton jersey. So we'll towards the break. Yeah. I did that. I also thought I got something for Haas.
You have the classic, the blue and gold.
Yeah, because
you have to. That they have to. Even
there's a Dodgers item in the Bruins bookstore,
and it's in the mail to Haas to Breezy.
Yeah, I'm that dude. All right, we'll go to break. More late night.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Raising little ones is a big job, and you do your best to give them a good start every day. That means making sure they're well cared for while you're apart. You work hard, but it's not always easy to make ends meet. There may be help. Find out if you qualify for Nebraska's Child Care Tax Credit for working parents. You could be eligible for a credit of up to $2,000 per child on your next tax return. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation, and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This holiday season, give the gift of good taste with a gift card from Valentino's. During double discount days, double your discount from $5 to $10 free with a $50 gift card purchase. Valentino's handcrafted pizza has been a family favorite for generations, and our gift cards make the perfect holiday gift. And right now, during gift card double discount days, when you buy $50 in gift cards, get a $10 gift card free. Happy holidays from Valentino's.
Make Hog Wild the centerpiece of your Thanksgiving feast. Pre-order a 12-pound whole smoked turkey or a 4-pound turkey breast for $55. A 4-pound boneless ham is $50. A complete meal includes your choice of a whole turkey or turkey breast, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, green beans or corn, and a dozen rolls for $130. Pre-order online at GoHogWild.com soon. Quantities are limited. All weights are approximate before cooking. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Hey parents, want your kids to be successful? Then show them that school matters. Hi, I'm Tim Royers, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. Ask your kids about their day, meet their teachers, and cheer them on. Public education is powerful, but with you positively involved, it's simply unstoppable. Your attention tells your kids school matters, and so do they. Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you want to come and text us,
if you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
this is Mommy's jam.
Then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln area. We are going to keep this train rolling in a big way with new half-ton and 4x4 pickup trucks starting at $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You heard that right, $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You pick which one works better for you. Please stop on in the dealership and meet the team or check us out at CoppellCars.com. Stock number C280930. All deals with approved credit.
If you're a business owner, I want you to think about the amount of time you've spent worrying about safety and security. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies design custom solutions for security, communication, and so much more. From automated security to secure video conferencing, their team sits down with you to get to know you and what your business needs. Manage your operations and get notified when there is suspicious activity. Save time and cut back on stress. Diode Tech always keeps you in the know. Contact them today at 402-793-5124.
A career providing care that matters, great wages, and state benefits. A team devoted to serving Nebraska's veterans and their families. That's what you'll find at the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs. With openings in nursing, food service, administration, and more, our veterans homes in Bellevue, Kearney, Norfolk, and Scotts Bluff have a role for you. Find your new career at veterans.nebraska.gov/employment. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Want to quit tobacco? You don't have to do it alone. The Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line can help you quit any type of tobacco. We offer professional coaches to help you create a personalized quit plan with an online community to support you along the way. Plus, we'll connect you to resources like medications to help you quit, so you have everything you need to become tobacco-free. Quit with confidence. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Back to Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arens and Derek Pearson.
Late Night Lincoln, 10:53. Opportunities. Husker football with a win over UCLA. Puts themselves at 7 wins. Also puts them put them at the top end of the middle of the Big Ten.
And one step away from New York.
One step away from having choice in what bowl games you go to. There's a curiosity to who wants to be involved. And one, it wasn't a bad thing to have national TV show Husker Nation show up in Los Angeles.
It looked great.
Right?
It really did.
And it looked great. Again, there were a couple of moments when it was just funny. One where the UCLA band played Hail Varsity and everybody sang along, and they were kind of like, UCLA people were uncomfortable. What is happening?
David Johnson running across those cheerleaders. That photo that went viral, and it's like, oh, you're stealing our girls. You're stealing the fan base.
I told you that's how to work. I told you that's the mantra. Thanks for inviting me to your party. We're gonna win the game, steal your girl, eat your food, drink your drinks, and be on our way.
You called it with Emma Johnson, though. I'll give you that. You said this guy looks different.
Well, I mean,
not even different, but really.
No, he was on a mission. He was locked in. He came in. I know that if you're really locked in, some people think locked in is single focused, but he had his headphones on. He's just walking laps around the field, which is what they all do to kind of get loose and get locked in, get the right vision. And I'm on the UCLA side, so I'm not even on the Nebraska side. I'm on the USC side. And he's walking through, and I just look at him, and he takes off the headset and comes over, walks from the sideline to where the boundary is. And he received love. And I'm like, be epic tonight. But I knew he was locked in, and the look on his face, I've seen that in athletes. I've seen that look. And I told you before the game, that dude is walking like he is a man on fire.
And then he certainly was.
Yeah,
he's the only guy to go for 100+ yards receiving, 100+ yards rushing in Nebraska history.
You could see it. I told you before the game that the ball was coming off TJ Latif's hands. Really. Being down there before, you see some things that I would look for as a coach from my players, and then it tells me whether people are locked in or not.
Well, good eyes, DP. I will say you called that game. I mean, everything you said was pretty much spot on.
Well, coaching doesn't really change much. It doesn't change much, especially once you learn the identity, or at least the skill set and the identity of teams. And you go, here are the things that you have to do, especially against this group. And that's what it was. And, figuring out how to keep the running quarterback in the pocket is it's not easy to do. But I understand if you would rather have death by 1,000 paper cuts than just to have your head chopped off. That it's much easier. Okay, if you're going to nickel and dime me for runs and you're the only, we're going to take away everything else. Well, we saw that against Cincinnati. We know that's how that works.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that against Maryland. We saw that. We know how that works. Like, people want what they want, but that isn't necessarily what they need. And as much as you talk about Bullock and what's happening defensively, you're 7-3. Like, you could say we should be 9-1 or whatever, but you probably would have playing the way people want them to play. They would have lost some of the other games.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of played similar to how to play USC. It's like, we'll let you nickel and dime your way with runs, but we're more scared of him cutting us off over the top because that's where he's really explosive. And
Points
especially with
board.
a guy like Nico Imealava, who's just a problem. And we saw that all night long. Even when we had a spy on him, he was
yards aren't as hurtful as points.
Yes.
Like, that's the part that people just get caught. Oh, we can't get off the field. They went 17 plays, 75 yards. Death by 1,000 paper cuts. But you have to repeat that. How many times can you repeat a 17-play drive? You can do it twice, maybe 3 times. But if you're not busting me up with 75-yard or 64-yard screen passes, we're okay. And that's what happened. So, they got 2 weeks to get ready for Penn State and get in the playbook and figure out what that is. Don't know which version of the Huskers will show up because we're 2 weeks out.
Don't know a version of Penn State either.
Don't. We really don't know.
They have been on a roller coaster this year.
Well, no. This has been a scary ride for Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
In case you haven't noticed, they haven't won a Big Ten game.
No. And their first one was almost number 2 Indiana.
They have not won. They're 0-6 in the Big Ten.
It's unreal.
0-6 in the entire Big Ten. You haven't beaten anybody in the Big Ten this year. Nebraska will go get number 8. That's all I'm saying.
That's all. Wrestling, do your business at the end of the year too. Penn State's got some real questions. Wrestling, volleyball,
whatever you got, whatever flaws you got in Nebraska, you are not 0-6 in the Big Ten. We'll get more to it when we come back.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, and family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetable chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today. Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Fern as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Acreage owner getting ready for winter? Make it easy with John Deere compact tractors and gators from Acres Equipment. Add snow blowers, front blades, cabs, heaters, and loaders to tackle every chore. Right now, in-stock units are priced to move with competitive financing to fit your budget. Get winter ready today at acres.com. Acres Equipment, your acreage handled. Financing subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial. Not all customers qualify. See dealer for details.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
And now, introducing the starting lineup of your Nebraska Huskers. Starring Allo Fiber. At number 1, Allo Internet. At number 2, no satellite dish required. DirecTV through Allo. And at number 3, Allo Mobile. Allo Fiber, the official internet, TV, and mobile partner of Husker Nation. Level up your game and go to allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, and family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetable chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
It's been a busy day in sports. A lot has happened while you were up to your eyeballs in work. Catch up on what went down in Nebraska athletics, college sports, and your favorite pro sports leagues. This is Late Night in Lincoln, live on 93.7 The Ticket. Sponsored by Canopy Street Market. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arens and Derek Pearson.
It is 11:05 in the city. And let's see what it says here. It says it's 36 degrees.
I can handle that. It's not as long as the wind's not whipping around, I'm fine.
36 degrees. It was now it's 34. And it's supposed to drop. It's not going to drop anymore.
No, tomorrow's going to be nice. That's why I said you're back, DP.
Well, it's not going to drop. It's not going to drop overnight. That's weird. We haven't had a night where it was just whatever temperature it was at 11 o'clock. It just stayed.
Although I will say this temperature has been staying a lot closer now that I don't leave here. It's investment night. It's like,
yeah.
Sometimes you hop in that car, you let out a couple swear words while the thing heats up. But no, it's
67 tomorrow.
I think we got another good week before it gets actually crowded.
67 at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh, 67, even way better.
Yeah, 67 degrees.
All right, get the shorts back out.
62, 68, 69, 68, and then it'll drop next Sunday.
I'm good with that. It's November 10th?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take some 60, 70.
Yeah.
Maybe not 70, but
yeah, 40,
I like that.
40 at night, and then Sunday it'll be 58 and 34.
Have you fully adjusted to the Nebraska weather?
It's not that much different than, I lived in Utah.
It's just a whip around. That's what always gets me is that it just whiplashes on where it wants to be. So I get like too hot, too cold, and I'm still not used to it. It drives me nuts.
Depends on where you are in Lincoln.
Yeah.
Like if I'm under the tunnel in the Haymarket.
Oh, that's the worst. That's a bad spot to be. Wind tunnel.
Oh, it is something. And then you kind of get comfortable in it. And then, my thing is that, I'm walking 4 blocks. So you get a real feel and you get a different feel at night at 12,
that wind chill.
12:15, right? Just go, okay, this will be one of them where you have one coat to walk in on and then another coat to walk home on. Like you're like I will multitask with the coats.
I bet you I won't be surprised if I start seeing you grab one of those scooters when it's just like miserable out. Like I'm gonna scoot home.
I haven't since in 2 years. I haven't been on a scooter since like ever.
Okay.
Ever.
They're pretty fun. They're expensive if you. Sometimes they can catch you on charges unexpectedly. You got to be real careful when you park them. I didn't even do anything wrong. Apparently, I was just like 1 foot outside of the radar, and I was able to get the charges dropped. But it was like they wanted to charge me for a brand new scooter. I was like, hold on.
How much did they try to charge you?
It was like, I don't know if it was a whole new scooter, I guess, but it was like $300 they're trying to charge.
Oh no, I would fight you.
Yeah, they dropped it. It was fine.
Yeah,
because I just sent them pictures of the bike. I'm like, it's right here. I don't know what you guys are talking about. And they're like, it's just outside of our radar. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Range. Yeah,
that was the last time I rode one, as you can imagine.
I don't. But here's the thing: I would only want a scooter when a scooter is not a viable option. Like during the snow, like I don't want it during the rain. I don't need it. If it's just cold, I can make it 4 blocks. If it's just cold, I
probably not smart to drive a scooter on ice either.
Well, the ice is where it gets. Those are the early nights that I really kind of worry because in the winter, black ice.
Just be like Johnny Appleseed. Just get a bag of salt and throw it forward on your walks home.
Yeah, just
salt the streets in front of you.
Crunching the streets. Certainly not out of the realm of possibility.
That'd be so funny if I start seeing you out there in the winter.
I have my
with a
snow
bucket
boots.
of ice.
No, I have my snow boots. Where those are the ones that crunch. You can hear the crunch, even if it's ice. It crunches.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. The Terra boots.
Is this just got like the grooves, like the teeth on it?
Yeah,
those are really nice.
Terra boots, and I have some in Husker colors. Matter of fact, it's Husker Adidas colors.
Of course.
I found a pair. It was like red with black stripes. I was like, mine.
That's fun to Terra do something that's not like brown.
Right.
Black.
I was like, mine. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It was very cool. It was very cool. I also am celebrating several things tonight. So the Utah folks who are trying to get me to do radio out there again.
Stop calling them.
I know, right? Right. The owner of the Jazz is a new owner of the Jazz and the Utah Mammoth.
Oh, that's right.
The NHL. And they sent me, I got it today. They sent me a custom Mammoth jersey sweater.
Where did you land on that? Did you like the Yeti or Mammoth more?
I would have
gone Yetis.
Yeti would have been really cool, but there was some trademark stuff there.
I'm sure there's probably a lot.
There's some trademark stuff in place. So yeah, there was that. And then I'll tell the story of today. So I told you it took way too much time to get to the airport today. And people are frustrated because flights are being canceled.
Oh, the staff's frustrated too.
Staff is
They're
frustrated,
not having fun.
Right. They're not enjoying themselves. The pilots aren't enjoying it. The luggage people aren't. Nobody's enjoying it. And when the people aren't happy, the people aren't happy. So I finally get there late. 20 minutes. I make it through TSA. I get to my flight. My group's already boarding. So I'm in group 1, but it's already boarding. And I hate that because usually with group 1, if you're on the window, and I'm generally on the window, you're there and you can get settled in and claim space before the people on the aisles get there. But that didn't happen today. That didn't happen. So I get in and these are the 2 seats to a side in the first class. And I'm on the window, row 3. So I go in and there's a guy sitting in 3B. And then his wife is sitting across the aisle in 3C. And then they have a young child with them. And so I'm like, okay, now, do you pay attention to the people? Like when you get on a plane, do you pay attention to the people around you?
No, I always go with soundproof headphones. And
right. Like you're trying not to really engage, but yeah, I had to engage because I had to say, hey, I'm inside. because he was already sitting.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do like small banter to make sure I'm not bothering you.
Right. Well, please and thank you.
Yeah.
And so I get inside. He gets up. I get inside and I'm fidgeting and trying to get everything there and trying to get settled because it's early in the morning. I want to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back to sleep. And that's the plan. Except the child has a different plan.
We usually do when they get on that plane.
The child is like, hey, listen,
Mhm.
I am dissatisfied and I need to speak to the manager.
My ears are popping. I don't know what's going on. We're in the air.
I don't like none of this. This is the filing of grievances.
You're telling me I can't get up. You're
Right.
telling me I have to wear my belt.
What do you mean?
I want
don't
juice.
I want everything. I want what everybody else is drinking other than what you brought for me to drink.
Which I think I've finally, before you get to where it goes, because I know where
Yeah.
the story goes, I think I understand that psychology for kids now.
Uh-huh.
Because you go on this high, if we're going on a fun trip, an adventure, and then the first thing you do is like sit down, you can't move.
Yeah.
And I think it drives them nuts because they're so confused. They're
You're
just
all
like,
sugared up.
Yeah.
And they, let me tell you, these parents were putting in work. They were putting in work.
oh, I always feel
the mom,
so bad for
like the
parents.
mom was really trying to, and at that point, the child was still cool.
Mhm.
Right. So they had given it like a coloring book and it had started to draw with crayon and the dad was super supportive and engaging. Well done. Look at that. That's amazing. And
I'll put that one on the fridge. when we
right.
get
Like,
home.
all of that. But then at some point before we take off, the child decides it's now time for everyone to bow to me and proceeded to bellow at a level that you just went,
And you shared the audio. You're not exaggerating.
this was something. This was something. And this child let it be known there are grievances, plural. Like there are grievances and they shall be heard. And you gonna hear it, and you gonna hear it, and you gonna hear it. And the poor guy, you're just next to and his wife, the child's with the mom. But the dad, he's trying to be engaged and connected, but he also is it. I don't really want to deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is crazy, and I'm sorry. And the people in first class are an interesting lot of people.
Yeah.
First class people have a belief that there should be in first class there should be no children.
All right, chill out right there.
No,
with those people.
No, I'm just gonna tell you. First class people who fly first class do not want children in first class.
Children aren't first class. Yeah.
No,
Great point.
that is hey, I'm just letting you. I'm just sharing with you what they told me at the meeting.
I know what you're. I know you're not that camp.
Like I'm not.
But for those first class people, break down what you're saying.
Oh, it is a thing that you're paying substantial amounts of money to enjoy, to have a more leisurely and comfortable flight.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want the pores around you, and you don't want the distraction. You don't want the noise. Put your headset on, watch what you do, get on your computer, whatever your thing is, go do it, but do it in a comfortable seat and leave me alone. And the child is like, nope. All this belongs to me.
You guys paid for the nice and quiet?
Yeah.
How about this?
How about this? How about the opposite? And so the people in the three previous rows, and there's a couple of guys in front of me and in row 2, and they are about to lose it. Like you could see them reacting and fidgeting, and the necks are snapping, like looking back, like what? Do something with your child. And there's a Bill Cosby comedy bit from years ago about this kid named Jeffrey. And he goes, how did you know his name was Jeffrey? Because the mom said it 742 times. Jeffrey, no, Jeffrey, stop it, Jeffrey, no, Jeffrey, not now, Jeffrey, you can't do that, Jeffrey, sit down, Jeffrey, shut up.
I thought you were going to pull up the classic one where it's the woman, and they're all just boom, boom, and then just the equipment gets heavier the further the line goes back.
It is, and it's fantastic, right? But the guy's about to pop, and I'm just kind of waving at him like, let it go.
Yeah.
Like, let it go.
The parents, trust me, they
let it go. They're
don't
trying.
want this either.
They're trying, and it's just like I'm next to it, right? Well, she bounces from mom to dad, so she's right next to me, and she is still bellowing. Now I am in the smart aleck mode, so I'm recording the child just banshee yelling. Like, I am man. And I'm just recording it because later on I'm going to be a jerk about it, right?
Yep.
I'm just going to play this and I'm going to let people know how rude it was. So we make it through, and then finally at some point the little girl looks around and she sees me, and I'm just smiling because I'm laughing because it's hilarious at this point, right?
Yeah.
No point in being mad. It's hilarious. It's like, you go, girl. Go ahead, you tell him. And finally the little girl's like, and I'm like, okay, cool. We broke the charm.
She got an ally in that one.
Right. You know,
That's all she needed.
And so fast forward to the end of the flight, and the child has calmed down, and we made it an hour of the 2.5 hours without screaming. But the dad, I mean, he's been really good about getting snacks to the child and taking his turn, 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off, right? It made it work.
Mm-hmm.
And, the plane lands in Denver, and, he's got stuff. He's got, if you travel with young kids, you've got several bags that are just for the young kid.
Yeah, one bag's full of just Cheerios.
Right. It's Cheerios and snacks of some sort, right? But those bags are now scattered under the seat in front of him because he was in a panic most of the flight.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm looking at him, and he's trying to get the daughter ready for dismount. And they've got check-on bag. They got the bags that all of their luggage, and he's trying to get her. He's got the bag down. He needs to get another bag down. And he needs to get the daughter onto the bag because she's going to ride this luggage like a chariot, right? But the bags are on the ground. I'm like, bro, I got you, man. He goes, no. I'm like, no. Your hands are full. My hands are free. Let me help you out. So I grab the bags. And I'm like, which ones do you want to keep these? You want to throw them away? And we go back and forth, and everything's full. But it's at that moment that I finally look at the guy. Like, I look at the guy, and then he says, thank you. And he smiled, and then it hits me. I recognize the guy.
Hard Knocks.
I recognize the guy. And I'm looking at him, and I'm going, oh, no. I rode this entire flight next to this guy and didn't know who he was, which is a kind of a thing. Like, if I had known, I would have left him alone anyway.
Yeah, I'm the same type of guy.
Like, I would have left him alone. But at this point, there's an awkward because, okay, now I'm really glad that I was nice to him, right?
Yeah.
Right. I was really glad I was nice to him. But I was also kind of ashamed that I didn't recognize him. And then I was like, oh, Derek, you're lame. You're so lame. You're so lame. So, but now I've already committed to following him off the plane because I've got some of his stuff, right? But I'm right next to him. So literally I'm next in line to go with him. And one of the bags is going to go to the trash. So I give it to the stewardess and to the attendant. And, she's like, well, that was very kind of you. And the guy looks back and goes, yeah, well done. And so we get out, we go through the ramp, we get outside. And then finally I hand him the stuff. And then we just stand there, and I'm like, okay, I have to do this. I'm like, excuse me, I'm sorry. I've got to do this, but I have got to get a picture with you. I said, would you mind? Would you mind if we stopped? He goes, no. You were very cool to me. You're very nice. Like, sure. So there we are in the airport. Now, but the moment I do this, I'm now announcing him to everybody in the airport, right? And all the people on the plane are like, oh, wait, that's who was on the plane with us? And it wasn't until he spoke because it was the voice of Hard Knocks.
Oh, and everybody knows that voice.
It was the voice of Hard Knocks, but no.
Goosebumps are eyes.
No, I called him by the name of the series that was my favorite series. And I'm like, bruh, the fact that I almost pissed off Ray Donovan is everything. And he's just laughing because I'm like, I'm glad I was nice to you. Like, you kill people for fun, Ray Donovan. Just laughing, right? And we take the picture. And I'm just like, at that point, and people are like, was that Liev Schreiber? And it's like, yeah.
Just missed him.
Right. Well, now, like, I'm playing with house money, right? Like, I'm playing with house money. So, and Becky and I have this joke. We laugh all the time about if we're flying together, we're going to end up around kids. Like, if there's 2 kids on the plane, they're going to be right next to us. Like, or behind us, kicking the seat the whole time.
That's a tough luck.
Like we just kind of we accept that. But if we're traveling alone, then it's always the other one, right? It's like, oh yeah. So she asked, "How's the flight?" I'm like, "You aren't gonna believe it." So I send her the 2 files of the young lady just screaming, and I'm like, "This is what I sat next to," and she goes, "Oh my god, oh my god." She goes, "I bet you're glad I wasn't with you." I was like, "Yes, for a variety of reasons." And she goes, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, because you would have absolutely lost it, and because it bothers her way more than it bothers me, and it bothers me differently than it bothers her. One, it pains me."
I always feel bad for the parents. Is always where I land.
Yeah, it
because that
pains
is the word. Because the parents,
you're embarrassed.
I get anxious for the parents because I'm like, I just know your head is 100 miles an hour. Like everyone's looking at me. Everyone hates me.
Like I'm a bad parent.
One person's waiting to come yell. I know there's 10 people in here that want to tell me off.
Yes, and through all of that, and I'm just like, okay. But then you see them actually putting in like amazing work, and they're trying. Like,
as long as I see that, I'm not
like
mad.
they're doing everything. But the fact that, and I'm playing the tape, she goes, "Oh, that's terrible." I was like, "Yeah, let me show you who was sitting next to me." And she's expecting that I'm like I've recorded them as well.
Yeah.
And I sent her the picture of me and Leaf Schreiber. She's like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, "No. It's a good thing that I didn't like raise up." And I was like, "Man, can you imagine that headline? That local radio station host."
Especially if it was you and Rebecca, because then they got both bosses. Like,
got them both, and they're going in. They
you'd start hearing the rumors like that's why they fled the city because they're bad people.
You know, and it was like, I'm so glad I was nice to you. I'm so glad I was nice to you because I really. And then I'm like,
did you have to convince him that was not the reason you were being nice?
Well, no, he knew that one because I really didn't. I wasn't engaging them. I mean, which is really hard to do with like first class. You're just sitting, it's just me and him. And there was no movie playing. Like, so he's watching something on.
Oh, so when he's dealing with the kid, you're not gonna be like, "Hey man, my name's DP. You don't look like you're busy at all, so let me take your ear."
Well, then I looked at it, and then when I thought about it, he was looking at scripts. He was looking at scripts, and I was just like, "Oh, well, how?" Like, because the whole time I'm wondering, how is your laptop working better than mine? Right? You're getting better Wi-Fi than I.
You're just looking at the scripts that he's got.
Right. Like he's just looking through, and I'm just like, "Oh, okay." But I was being nice to him, and it was just, but the whole idea, the absolute nightmare that if I had noticed who it was, then I would have been nosy about the scripts, and then I absolutely like, "Give me your daughter. She's gonna ride with me." Like that's kind of what you would do if it's Ray Donovan, right? You just go, "Listen, I got you. I got you." Like,
and if you're free at any time of the week,
call.
We'd love to have you on the show.
Call a brother. Call a brother. And I am just like, it's amazing. And I said to Becky, I'm just like, yeah, this is my evening. So it was quite the flight to Denver. And then I literally, because I didn't sleep on the flight from LA to Denver, I slept the entire time from Denver to Lincoln. So there was that. And we got in like 4:15. It was clean. And then I realized how cold it was and wanted to get back on the plane.
There you go.
I was like, what is going on? What are you doing? So yeah, it was an interesting.
At least you made it safe. And you didn't actually get the worst travel buddy. I can tell you the worst one is the young college kid. This happens to me every time. I end up with a college kid who's drinking a lot, and then he makes you get up 20 times in the middle. Last time I went to Mesa, Arizona, I'm not kidding. I probably had to get up 15 times in that flight for this guy to use the bathroom.
I usually get athletes.
So upset.
I usually get athletes.
That'd be nice.
I usually get athletes.
Maybe it depends because
if
you're commercial,
they generally sleep. They pull the hoodie over and they go to sleep.
I'm thinking of like sitting next to an offensive lineman though.
Oh no, I've never. I can think of one flight in the last year where there was a tiny person next to me. Like it was somebody that looked like Becky's mom. Like she was that tiny grandma. Normally, no, the guy from here from Denver to here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, big dude. He was miserable because I was inside. I get the window. I get to lean against the wall. That's why I always choose it.
I always take the outside.
Yeah.
Give me that leg room.
Pretty good.
Until your car gets stubbed.
Figure it out. Before we go to break, there is a thing that's starting to happen in the craziness that is social media that people are starting to post fake posts.
What are we talking about here?
So there was one that was saying that there's something about Matt Rule leaving, and then somebody posted it, and then everybody kind of went, "You're an idiot! Like, stop doing that." And another guy posted something about Nebraska will unveil a banner for college basketball crown.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And people are like, "No, bro." Like this is the problem, is that people don't read, and people are and the guy puts in that he's credentialed. Like he literally said that. Yeah. Weird biz.
Hey,
weird biz.
When you go on X for your news, understand that anybody can post anything with zero. I mean, you're hoping for a community notes fact check, but that's not going to catch everything.
It's just lame. There's a whole bunch of social media
garbage. I'll just call it garbage.
Feeds that are just lies and to stir crap and to get people to click on them, because
you can make an argument that's most of it, which is sad.
Well, but this is my thing. Shame on them, but also, block those people.
Yeah, stop liking it and retweeting them. I don't understand people that like stuff without making sure it's true first. It's like,
I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it, and I want to understand it, but I don't.
To be fair, I do get it a little bit. A lot of people that like that tweet, for a lot of, they're usually people that have a narrative in their head already, and it's usually a narrative that is, I don't like you. So any sort of negative news, I'm going to latch onto and say it's true. That seems to be the things that do well, which is unfortunate, but it's the venom.
Crazy.
And it's the people that don't like a certain school or a certain player or a certain coach, and then those defenders of said coach, player, or school are always going to be outnumbered by the rest of the country.
It is. And then you will appreciate this more than most people, but I'm going to celebrate a thing. I'm going to read the headline and we're going to go break. So once I'm done reading the headline, then you can go to break. But here's the headline. John Cena wins first Intercontinental title, becomes Grand Slam champion in Boston by defeating Dominic Mysterio. We'll go to break.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
It's officially here, and Brown's Shoe Fit has just the right style and comfort your feet deserve. Stop in to see a wide selection of all your favorite brands, including Brooks, Hoka, Echo, Keen, and many more. At Brown's Shoe Fit, they take the time to measure your feet to ensure proper fit. They also have the largest selection of Uggs and Hokas in Lincoln. Brown's Shoe Fit at 66th and King.
If you're a business owner, I want you to think about the amount of time you've spent worrying about safety and security. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies design custom solutions for security, communication, and so much more. From automated security to secure video conferencing, their team sits down with you to get to know you and what your business needs. Manage your operations and get notified when there is suspicious activity. Save time and cut back on stress. Diode Tech always keeps you in the know. Contact them today at 402-793-5124.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes, their age, the way they speak? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job,
not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? Or a 14-year-old girl who signs up to every after-school activity, not to make friends, but just to get something to eat? Or a retiree who fell ill and had to choose
between getting medicine or groceries.
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew were hungry. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor. Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Back to Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arens and Derek Pearson.
Welcome back. All right. We're trying to figure that out. Why people do some of the things they do on social media. I don't necessarily understand. And I guess I'm not supposed to. So
yeah, you're in a, well, I'm not that old, but a lot of it is I think youth growing up on social media, not interacting as much in person to where it does become a real part of their life. I don't think that's healthy.
I also don't think that finding value in people you don't know.
That's the problem.
Right? You're giving credential to people that don't actually add anything.
And you end up idolizing people who you have known nothing about.
Yeah, I mean, some of it's just weird. It's just weird to me. But I learned to move along. Like, find your lane, whatever your thing is.
Yeah.
I'm cool if you have 20,000 followers. But but the likelihood is you don't have $20,000.
The likelihood is if you did or didn't, I still don't care.
Right.
As long as if you're saying something that I care about, then I'll care.
But are you creating anything? There are people
most aren't.
That are scavengers. You're not, listen, if you're taking somebody else's video and you're just putting voice over it, you're not creating anything.
DP, that's one of my biggest pet peeves.
You're not creating anything. You didn't do it. You didn't.
It is I don't know why Twitter even allows this. You can just like re-share a video without crediting the old user. Now it'll show up in very tiny print on the bottom.
Right.
That's happened with some of our posts, and I don't think those people had malicious intentions. Like, I'm not super offended by it, but it's like stuff like that where it's like,
oh, they do.
You're just reposting stuff that we created for your viewership, and all you're doing is nothing.
If you're sharing it because you just enjoy it and you want your people to enjoy it, okay.
But they'll put a caption on it like they conducted
the
interview.
Like
and that's where I'm always like,
yeah.
It's and again, I don't think it's super malicious, but I'm always like a little bit. What are we doing?
It's a little.
Yeah,
it's a little. Tonight, busy night in the National Basketball Association. There's one live game going on right now. in Los Angeles. I'm a little bit mad that I left that one because I was going to try to catch an NBA game while I was there. It didn't happen. The Atlanta Hawks lead the Clippers in the fourth quarter, 89-86. The Lakers traveled to Charlotte, win by 11, 121 to 111. The Wizards fought tooth and nail with the Pistons. They fall 137 to 135 in overtime, which was, pretty interesting that the Wizards are making a bid because we kind of thought this was a reconstruct year. Orlando 115, Portland 112. The Miami Heat hold off the Cavs in overtime 140 to 138.
What's going on with the Cavs?
I don't know.
They were like a top five in both offense and defense last year. And I mean, maybe they're not as bad as I remember.
People adjust.
Okay, 7-4. They have caught a little bit of heat lately.
People adjust.
All right.
Spurs win 121 to 117 over the Bulls in Chicago. The Milwaukee Bucks travel to Dallas and knock off the Mavs 116 to 114. And then the Pelicans knock off. They fall to the Suns 121 to 98. Jazz can't hold off the Timberwolves at home 120 to 113. The Timberwolves win. So, full night on the slate. And then I was going to look at the college schedules, but then I felt like Monday night college basketball games. The best game that I saw was actually a women's game between UCLA and Oregon, UCLA and Oklahoma. Yeah, it actually got pretty good, and I went, okay, what's happening? And then UCLA got the win. They look like the team that we saw in the tournament, in the Big Ten and the national tournament. UCLA looks like a true national contender. USC's without the best player, without maybe the game's best player. So it's an opportunity. Juju's out for the year. They're still talented, but UCLA, I thought, looked like with their length and their size and athleticism, and also gave me hope in Nebraska because Nebraska had them on the ropes.
Yep.
In the Big Ten tournament last year. So, and then of course the Eagles win 10-7 over the Packers. Eagles improved to 7-2. Packers fall to 6.
What do you make of this Packers team? People were saying Super Bowl early on. Then they got the tie.
Same team
with the Cowboys. Then they lost to the Panthers, Browns.
Same team. They're all of those teams. They're all of those teams. They're the team that lost to they're the team that beat good teams and lost to bad teams. They're all of those teams.
Roller coaster.
And they may be different come December. And there is some advantage to playing in Green Bay in December. So I think whatever they're giving now, if they're at 5-3-1 now, I can see them, going 6-2 in the next 8. So, they'll be what they're going to be.
Selfishly, how about those Bears? They're winning games in crazy fashion week after week. It's given me, I've aged a lot.
Instead of finding a way to lose them, you find a way to win them.
Finding a way to win them.
Right. I mean, that sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Good time my fan bases are coming alive.
Yeah. Kelly files suit, says LSU seeking for-cause firing. He's going to battle back against the firing by LSU. Man.
What do you got for an argument?
Amen. Say what you say. This is where it gets weird. So with all the conversation about sports betting and Major League Baseball, that one of the balls that were pitched in the betting probe is set at $500,000 for auction. So one of the balls that was thrown for first pitch, people kept it, and they're going to sell it for $500,000. Money just mind blowing.
Is there any item that you would spend an insane amount of money on for a store like five? If you're going to spend $500,000, how good is that item? No. Okay. 100,000.
No.
Okay. I'm the same way. As much I would rather have it than go in an auction and try to buy
I
it.
think of all the things that I have, I think that a signed Mike Tyson headgear is probably the priciest.
If you give me the gloves or shorts.
I have gloves, but I also have the headgear.
Of course.
It's sitting at home.
Signed?
I'll bring it tomorrow. The headgear signed.
No way.
Yeah.
Got a Mike Tyson signed headband?
Uh-huh. Yeah, sitting home. It's right by my desk at home. It's on a stand. I have.
Do you have a storage unit somewhere?
I do.
Of course.
I do. Becky hates it.
I can just see you some days.
It's borderline.
Just sitting in there for like
hoarding,
5 hours.
Hoarding. It's borderline hoarding. I have too much stuff.
It's collecting.
That's what I say, but she calls it hoarding.
Well, that's what the hoarder's called too.
Yeah.
Collecting. So she might have something I haven't seen it myself.
But one of these days, what probably will happen, God bless Luke at the mill, because I had a bunch of Husker stuff that never got worn.
Mm-hmm.
And that it wasn't quite cool enough for me to wear. Weirdly enough.
What are we saying about Luke right now?
No. It's just I have a particular comfort level that
But you described it as cool.
Well, I want to feel
and
cool.
You said it wasn't cool enough.
Well, some of the stuff is just Husker stuff that
I'm just trying to frame you. I'm just
so is he. So was he, because I brought like 3 laundry bags full leaf bags like of clothing.
You might have thought Rebecca kicked you out or something and walking up with 3 trash bags.
It certainly would look that way. It certainly did look that way.
That's a sign of a man down bad, but he's got trash bags full of laundry.
Yeah, just 3 of them, right? Just bringing them up in here. But it was great. Luke and his roommate are both about the same size, so it was all new stuff. They would love it. And so I see Luke wearing like Husker gear now.
Yeah,
right.
That's your stuff.
That's all my stuff.
He's your new Nuri.
Oh yeah, I love it.
The guy to hand stuff off
well, just to do that, and I need to do it like 5 more times. I need to do it 5 more times. He wears the same size shoes, so I gave him 5 pair, 6 pair.
You gave him like 5 or 6. Yeah, you showed him to me that one day.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean that's the right thing to do. There's nothing more that bothers me than when you go to a waste site and you just see clothes on top of clothes on top of clothes on top of clothes. It's one of the most disgusting things we do.
She went in the storage and was like, "What are these bags?" And I was like, "Those are bags that I'm going to take back to DC and give to my little brother." It's all like commander stuff, senators,
cool.
National stuff that
retro sports gear,
right? It's just stuff that he would wear all the time. I would wear once a year.
Mm-hmm. Sports hand-me-downs work excellent too.
Yeah,
because they only get better.
Yeah,
and fashion.
Oh no, these are some really cool ones too. Like these are Nats jerseys, Cap jerseys, Georgetown jerseys, things, Maryland jerseys that I wouldn't wear, but I have. Okay, he would wear them and appreciate them. So I carried every trip back to DC. I packed 3 of those bags in a duffel bag, and I take it back with me. And I come back and I bring the bags empty. The bag is back empty.
And then you go to a USC event, and then you buy some more new stuff.
That's the flaw. That is the
just keep
flaw.
Refilling the inventory.
That's the flaw. It is a curse. It is a terrible thing.
How close has Rebecca gotten to like holding an intervention where she's got friends and family?
Monthly.
You just walk in.
Monthly.
Hey, people, really.
We're here to talk. Look, we love you, but enough.
You walk into your storage unit one day and they're all sitting there.
Enough. Yeah, no, it's there. And I'm working on it because again,
you are giving stuff away.
Right. So it's a thing. And then one day I'll come up here with like 10 bags and I'll just, okay, this is it. Everybody have at it. If there's something in here you want, take it.
Bring it the night before. So I won't get first pick on those knuckleheads.
Oh,
during the day.
But you're a tiny guy.
I'll wear baggy.
You would wear the hoodies.
Yeah, the hoodies for sure.
You would wear the hoodies for sure.
I mean, this one's oversized for me, but
no, I mean, if you'll wear 2X and 3X hoodies, then you're about to have a great Christmas. You are going to have a fantastic.
That is true. I do see you in the hoodies all the time.
Yeah, if you wear 2X and 3X hoodies, you're going to have a great Christmas because I'm just going to and jerseys from all over the place. Yeah, so
I'll wait that day. Maybe Christmas.
Yeah,
you can be Santa Claus coming with 11 bags.
Black Santa's real.
I think that might be the first time Lincoln's seen it.
Black Santa's real. No, it's already seen it. It just didn't know it saw it. Hey, remember, you got a bonus check the last 2 years. That's absolutely Black Santa.
Yep.
We'll throw the break, close out late night when we come back.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Come watch the Lincoln Stars on Saturday, November 15th as the Sioux Falls Stampede come to town. It's flyaway night as the Stars are giving away 2 round-trip flights to Orlando courtesy of the Lincoln Airport. Every ticket is a registration and you must be present at the game to win when the prize is drawn in the third period. There's no Husker volleyball or football game that night, so pack the icebox on Saturday, November 15th against the Sioux Falls Stampede for flyaway night.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today. Fall is officially here, and Brown's Shoe Fit has just the right style and comfort your feet deserve. Stop in to see a wide selection of all your favorite brands, including Brooks, Hoka, Echo, Keen, and many more. At Brown's Shoe Fit, they take the time to measure your feet to ensure proper fit. They also have the largest selection of Uggs and Hokas in Lincoln. Brown's Shoe Fit at 66th and Q.
If you're a business owner, I want you to think about the amount of time you've spent worrying about safety and security. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies design custom solutions for security, communication, and so much more. From automated security to secure video conferencing, their team sits down with you to get to know you and what your business needs. Manage your operations and get notified when there is suspicious activity. Save time and cut back on stress. Diode Tech always keeps you in the know. Contact them today at 402-793-5124.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Fall is officially here, and Brown's Shoe Fit has just the right style and comfort your feet deserve. Stop in to see a wide selection of all your favorite brands, including Brooks, Hoka, Echo, Keen, and many more. At Brown's Shoe Fit, they take the time to measure your feet to ensure proper fit. They also have the largest selection of Uggs and Hokas in Lincoln. Brown's Shoe Fit at 66th and Q.
Back to Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arens and Derek Pearson.
Oh, how we've grown.
It's, you know, I had people just say that the growth of the ticket has been phenomenal. I work from this. One, work like you enjoy it, right? Like you want to do it, right? It's sports. It's sports, right? Like, but two, work and be honorable in it. Put some elbow in it. You can't be a judge of sports if you aren't willing to work hard at covering sports.
Mm-hmm.
We're not asking you to work as hard as the people who play sports. We're not asking
you can look around at the shape we're in, and we know that's
right,
true.
Right. Like we're not. It's one thing to sit back and go, yeah, this team has to be in better shape, or this team isn't strong enough. Well, what if we're not? Okay, well, you have to have some understanding of it and at least work. Okay, if I'm not in the shape of a wrestler, I can put in the amount of mental, emotional work to match that, right? To learn wrestling, to learn swimming and diving. I mean, think about the conversations we had to have to learn about, one, the swimming aspect of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? And hear those stories about, oh my God, we're swimming until we puke in the water, to diving and doing it where you didn't even have a home dive. Like you didn't have the space, or running track and not having a home track to really excel at.
Mm-hmm.
And to learn it, and to learn what Ridge and Caleb and the wrestlers go through, learning what the lineman, what Brant Banks and Nori was going through, what it was like to be an undersized tight end, and listen to Chancellor tell the stories, or
Kyle Perry,
Strick back in the day, Kyle Perry,
possible MLB draft pick to toughening it out, coming back to Nebraska.
Right.
Hey, but good things happen to good people.
Right. Like to go through, I mean, I still talk to Bryce Matthews, him and Max Anderson, and you just go, good heavens, man.
Well, even the
like
bowlers.
Derek Walker,
Yeah, I didn't realize like the bowlers had such a grueling schedule.
Well,
it blew my mind. I was like, wait, you guys are gone for like weekends at a time throughout the school year?
Right. And
leaving
still,
on Thursday, coming back at Monday at 1 a.m?
Yeah, and some multi-dimensional major.
And maintaining one of the best GPAs in the university. Not to put the pressure on all the other athletics out there, but these guys are gone for entire weekends.
Well, but when Peter Cobalt comes in and tells you that the tennis programs are the academic leaders amongst the athletic department.
I think a couple of years in a row, right?
Right. And you just go, this is fantastic. And if you're going to cover it, you've got to put something into it more than being a fan and just kind of watching it casually and go, oh, well, I don't know, so I'm just going to BS my way through it.
Mm-hmm.
No, look, I give credit full time, and I constantly say to you, I appreciate the fact that you will learn these other sports. You'll be curious. Like, you don't have to go out and swim, 500 miles, but you certainly can ask the question about what it's like. And there are people on these airwaves that don't have that kind of curiosity. And it drives me crazy. It drives me crazy to not know, to not travel. I mean, think about it. Austin and Nick are finally getting to travel because I want them to experience other places and other situations and circumstances. I want you to go and see the country. That's why I took Rico on the road. Like, you've never been anywhere. If you've never done anything, you can't speak as an expert on anything. You have to have some expertise.
You can't speak on it, but you're just not going to sound smart, as we've seen with a lot of people.
But then I'm not going to have you speak on my behalf as though you know when you don't know. Like when you haven't actually experienced it. I mean, we still have people. I mean, Nick went to his first wrestling match. If this staff hasn't gone to a wrestling match, shame on you.
It's a party.
Like, shame on you.
Especially if you're teetering right now. That place is electric.
But how do you have the talent we have in the building to not be curious about Caleb and Ridge and Antrell and AJ and Mark Manning? How is that possible? How are you not capable? Listen, those bowlers, how are you not curious? So it becomes,
especially when it's literally free to walk into some of these things.
Literally just walk in here and sit down and ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where our growth will be. That's where we will excel. We will expand, and then we'll give the kind of coverage that the people who love those sports want and deserve. And it doesn't have to be for everybody, but it can be for those that it matters to. And then every now and then we pull in a new fan, and that's okay. That's okay. A couple of things before we go. That with a win Saturday at UCLA, now the conversation, all of the different experts, air quotes, start doing their guesses for bowl games.
Projections.
One says Music City Bowl, Nashville,
one last time
versus Missouri.
That'd be a good one.
One says the Vegas Bowl in Las Vegas, Nebraska versus Utah.
You're going to have to pick a sideline.
Stop it. Another suggests Vegas, but they say Nebraska versus Cal.
Okay.
And then one says the Relia Quest Bowl, December 30th in Tampa against Oklahoma. How's that?
That would be the barn burner.
So
it's a Miami. Well, we probably won't get Miami, but it'd be like, Florida, Oklahoma. Those are the ones that you would
trying to see how it works.
Yeah,
trying to see how it works, how it plays out, man. We're gonna find out a lot about it. All right, Austin, Harrison, we'll get out of here, and then we'll do it again tomorrow. Again, we'll kick this bad boy off with early break tomorrow at 6:00, and then we will see you tomorrow night. We'll have a post game show for you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have a Tuesday filled with coaches up and down the lineup. Mark Manning starts at 4:00.
Jalen
after
Reyes,
old school. Jalen Reyes will
Rocky
be
Russo.
in. Rocky Russo. We're gonna have a full night for you, and then post game show after the Huskers play PVA.
All right, DP, you're gonna get out of here. Try to stay warm. It's gonna get harder as the winter comes by here. That is Derek Peterson. I am Harrison Arens. Like DP mentioned, 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, early break. They'll talk to you then.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And